Sir C.V. Raman, born as Chandrasekhara Venkat Raman, was an Indian physicist who made significant contributions to the field of science. He was born on November 7, 1888, in Tiruchirappalli, a small village in India. Raman was born into a Hindu Tamil family, and his father was a mathematics and physics teacher at a local school. From a young age, Raman displayed exceptional intelligence and talent. He completed his secondary education at the age of 11 and his higher secondary education at 13, making him the youngest student in India to achieve this feat. Despite battling poor health, Raman remained dedicated to his studies and had a deep passion for science. After completing his secondary and higher secondary education, Raman enrolled in the Presidency College, now known as the University of Madras, in Chennai. He pursued a degree in physics and English and continued to excel in his studies. Raman's thirst for knowledge and learning led him to read extensively, beyond his prescribed coursework. During his college years, Raman impressed his professors with his exceptional performance and problem-solving abilities. He conducted experiments and solved complex problems that even his professors found challenging. At the age of 16, he graduated from the University of Madras with top marks and decided to pursue a master's degree, a remarkable achievement at such a young age. Raman's groundbreaking work and scientific contributions began during his college years. At the age of 18, he published his first paper on the diffraction of light titled, Unsymmetrical Diffraction Bonds Due to a Rectangular Aperture. This paper attracted attention and was published in the prestigious British journal, Philosophy magazine. In the same year, he published another paper on the surface tension of liquids, which drew the interest of Lord Rayleigh, who corresponded with Raman and referred to him as a professor, unaware of his young age. Raman's early achievements set the stage for his future success in the field of physics. He went on to make significant contributions to the study of light scattering, which later became known as the Raman effect. His groundbreaking discovery earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930, making him the first Asian and Indian to receive this honor. Sir C.V. Raman's contributions to science and his groundbreaking research continue to inspire generations of scientists in India and around the world. He played a pivotal role in putting India on the map as a land of great scientific potential and remains a revered figure in the history of Indian science. After completing his MA with top honors, Venkat Raman aspired to pursue physics overseas. However, a medical examination prevented him from fulfilling this dream as the doctor advised against enduring the harsh winter climate of England. Undeterred, Raman set his sights on securing a government job that would not require studying abroad. He aimed to take the Financial Civil Services exam, which was known for its difficulty and fierce competition. With just a month left to prepare for the exam, Raman faced the challenge head-on. Despite having to study subjects like history and political science, which were new to him, he worked diligently and with conviction. His perseverance paid off, and he once again emerged as the top performer in the exam. This achievement showcased his ability to accomplish anything through hard work and determination. At the age of 19, Raman joined the Indian Finance Service in Calcutta as the Assistant Accountant General. Although he had a deep love for science, he dedicated himself to his job. However, he could not completely abandon his scientific pursuits and set up a small laboratory in his house to conduct experiments in his spare time. While in Calcutta, Raman came across the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science, IACS, and its Research Institute. Impressed by his enthusiasm for science, the IACS granted him the freedom to use their laboratory whenever he desired. Raman even had a door in his house that provided direct access to the IACS lab. The institute, which had lost its previous vigor, saw a resurgence of activity through Raman's efforts. Balancing his job and scientific research, Raman spent his mornings, evenings, and often nights at the IACS, conducting independent research. In 1907, he published an article on Newton's rings in polarized light in the renowned British journal, Nature, through the IACS. This publication caught the attention of the scientific community in India and abroad. Raman's government service required him to be transferred to different locations. In 1909, he was transferred to Rangoon, now Myanmar, but shortly after his move, he received news of his father's fatal illness. Raman returned to India on a 6-month leave to care for his ailing father, but unfortunately, his father passed away. Once his leave ended, he was transferred to Nagpur, Maharashtra in 1910. There, he set up another laboratory, similar to the one he had in Calcutta. Due to his exceptional work as the Assistant Accountant General, Raman was promoted to Accountant General and transferred back to Calcutta in 1911. He continued his pattern of working at the IACS alongside his government job. The IACS gained popularity over time, and by 1915, the University of Calcutta began assigning research scholars for Raman to guide. Other institutions, such as the University of Allahabad, University of Rangoon, Queen's College Indore, and the Institute of Science Nagpur, also sent their research scholars to work with him. Ashutosh Mukherjee, an executive member of the IACS and the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Calcutta, closely followed Raman's work. In 1914, Mukherjee offered Raman the position of the Pallet Professor of Physics, established by Taraknath Pallet in 1913. Despite the lower salary compared to his government job, Raman eagerly accepted the position, ending his decade-long civil service career. He became the Pallet Professor of Physics at the Rajabazar Science College, created by the University of Calcutta. This decision allowed him to focus solely on teaching and research, and he was no longer subject to frequent transfers. As the Pallet Professor of Physics, Sir C.V. Raman's journey is indeed inspirational and showcases his passion, dedication, and perseverance in the field of science. Despite facing various challenges and obstacles, he continued to pursue his love for physics and made significant contributions to the scientific community. Starting as an assistant accountant general in the Indian Finance Service, Raman did not let go of his passion for science. He set up a small laboratory in his house and conducted experiments in his free time. Later, when he discovered the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science, IACS, he began working in their laboratory, devoting his mornings, evenings, and even nights to his research. Raman's research work gained recognition both in India and abroad. His article on Newton's rings in polarized light was published in the prestigious British journal, Nature, in 1907. This drew attention to his talent, and the IACS started publishing new research and established the Bulletin for the Cultivation of Science in 1909. However, Raman's career took him on various paths due to his government service. He was transferred to Rangoon, now Myanmar, and then to Nagpur before returning to Calcutta. Despite these transfers, he continued his research and set up laboratories wherever he went. In 1914, he was offered the position of the Pallet Professor of Physics at the University of Calcutta, which he gladly accepted, even though it meant a decrease in salary. Raman's teaching skills were highly admired, and he believed that teaching was the best way to understand a subject thoroughly. His dedication to research led him to travel abroad for the first time in 1921. He delivered a lecture at the Congress of Universities of the British Empire in Oxford and was hosted by eminent scientists such as J.J. Thomson and Lord Rutherford. During his return journey, he made observations about the blue color of the sea, which challenged prevailing explanations. He later published his findings in Nature, proposing that the blue color of the sea resulted from the diffraction of light by water molecules. Raman's groundbreaking discovery came in 1928 when he observed the Raman effect. By studying the scattering of light, he found that light changes its wavelength and amplitude when deflected. This discovery earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930, making him the first Asian to receive a Nobel Prize in the sciences. Beyond his research accomplishments, Raman's love for music also influenced his scientific work. He studied the physics behind musical sounds and published papers on the harmonics of Indian percussion instruments. His exploration of music laid the foundation for his work in optics and quantum mechanics. Throughout his career, Raman continued to contribute to the scientific community and served as the director of the Indian Institute of Science in 1933. In 1948, he founded the Raman Research Institute, where he devoted himself to scientific pursuits until his passing in 1970. Sir C.V. Raman's immense contributions to the field of physics and his unwavering passion for science have left a lasting impact. His story serves as an inspiration for aspiring scientists and reminds us of the importance of perseverance, dedication, and following our passions to achieve great heights.